brief about me, and then we can start from here. I normally don't practice when I go for a presentation. It's basically on the fly. I like to do it because it helps you sink in with the audience. And as Dipender and Sir said, they gave great examples and literally great content. Now, I like to make you think and be confused first of all, and be happy about it. Now, why I'm saying is because we are very privileged people in this generation. You know why? Because we're seeing the change which is happening in the last 5 years and going to happen in the next 10 years. So, do you believe that? Because people who will be born in the next generation would not know what change we went through. And that's very powerful. It's a great experience. Now, I'm going to take you through this presentation, but I'll keep it a little visual, plus we have a couple of videos for you to understand where are we heading towards. And being confused is good because it helps you think for the future. And artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, whatever those gizmos are, and how we've been investing in them for the last 5-7 years into transforming our business is how you will see what is happening. And as Dipender said, everybody has to dip into that change if you have to survive for the future. So let's go to the next slide, please. This is a small slide, a little less in terms of size, but just to give you a definition of what artificial intelligence is, as a broader element, then you have machine learning components, then you have deep learning components. Ultimately, it's all about making sure that, how, let's say, I'll give you an example of artificial intelligence, how things have changed over the last 5, 7, 10 years. And I'll give you a few use cases which we don't even realize still are being utilized in terms of how artificial intelligence is being used in our daily lives. Let's say you know Siri, Alexa, and my kid uses it. He's 3 years old. He uses Alexa like he talks to his friend, and I'm a little amazed. He talks to Alexa saying from good morning to good night, how are you doing, and let's play, sing me a song, and it's changing lives. He's asking questions what his teacher asked in school rather than me to Alexa. That's how things have changed over time. Now, this is just definitions. You not worry about them, but let's go and see how basic stuff is changing lives. Please go to the next slide. Now, we don't even realize when we board a plane what's happening. You secured, more secured than ever in the entire aviation history. How is your ticketing price being estimated? It's all done using deep learning. You know that? It's all algorithms being done on the back end. The flight, which takes from here in terms of aircraft landing to takeoff, is all being managed by algorithms at the back. It's not humans anymore. That is past. Let's say AI for good. A lot of NGOs are using it. How? Satellites are roaming around across the globe, looking at patterns of poverty-ridden regions, water scared regions, and then plans are made to actually overcome those problems. And it's happening. It's not that I'm talking about 15 years down the line. It's happening. Let's say medicine, clinical research. It's gone to the next level. What people used to take researches of clinical trials would take tons and millions of, or let's say years and years, is being done by machines. And new drugs are being formulated using historical information about disease and how things, or the trials which have happened in the last 5 years. Heavy industries, we all know robots have taken in, let's say, the biggest example would be automobiles. How automobiles are getting assembled or produced is all done by majorly robots in the heavy industry market. So there are a lot of things, a lot of examples, I can't even list them here, but this is all there in our daily lives. So algorithms, deep learning, machine learning, artificial intelligence is all there, and it's gonna stay with us. So let's be sure about that. There's no running away from it. Next slide, please. Again, some practical applications of let's say artificial intelligence, deep learning. What are those? Let's just quickly run through them. Let's say a simple voice-based command on your mobile phone. You click a button, the mic button, and you say something, and Google tells you gives you answers on the fly. How is that happening? Google's, I would say, the entire algorithm is so powerful, which basically on the fly takes your input, goes to their cloud in terms of data and intelligence, and brings about the best relevant content for you on the fly. And that is not happening with a single query or what we used to call a query which is firing. It's done through intelligent algorithms which are running at the back. That is why it's keep on getting better and better if you've seen over the last 10 years. And it's a learning experience for the algorithms there. Second, let's say drug discovery. Yeah, it's the same thing which I said in the previous slide is, decades of research work is being done within, let's say, even 1/10 the time now, which used to take tons of years to actually get to a conclusion that what drug works for which disease, and we can keep on simulating on clinical trials and getting it better on so that we can try on a human being. That is all possible within lesser, I think, as I said, 1/10 is just a figure, but it's tremendously gone down to, I think, an amazing number. Let's say neural networks. People have heard about neural networks, small programs which are written to actually do tasks and combining in terms of artificial intelligence and deep learning to learn to the next level. Cognitive, people must have heard about it. And ideas, like we said, we were discussing before this presentation, was cyber attacks or attacks which are happening. They would always happen. But with intelligence and these intelligent bots in our internal organizations, you can prevent that attack and you can predict that this attack is going to happen that time. Let's say those simple sensors on turbines, they are sending humongous amount of information and helping the turbine not going bad, because it's predicting when it requires a servicing, for example. Because a turbine going bad would mean millions of dollars of investments. Another example. Let's say I was reading an article, an electrical supplier company in Texas. They installed smart meters on their customers in terms of how the billing was done in terms of how the electricity they were using. Their plans to grow and grow with the market demand was around $20 million or $20 billion. I don't remember the number. And what with the smart meter they installed in each customer's house, they were able to predict the demand. They knew what were people using at what point of the day, and a simple thing happened. This is one of the examples which they told their customers was that if they're going to use their washing machines at night, they can use it for free. Can you imagine that? Now, what was the implication of this small action? Because they knew the demand was the least at night, by using that time of using heavy machines at customers' houses, they were able to save close to 27 billions of investments because their peak time in demand was going up. Imagine. I was shocked to see that kind of evolution of using of artificial intelligence, and that's a very small thing. So that's it. Deep learning, you all know what happens on Amazon and eBay. Once you go and click to a product, they are after your life in that recommendation chart. Please buy this. Please, this is, and they know if you're buying a mobile, you will buy a cover as that. And if you are buying a cover or a mobile, you're most likely to buy a dash charger. It's all done on the fly, on the algorithm at the back. It's not that people are sitting at back and saying, oh, this guy is buying a mobile, let me push him and buy it. That's all done automatically now. It's all done through the deep learning and the intelligence which is being used at the back using machines. Oh, yeah, this is a video. Can you play this, please? There's no voice? Another couple of examples of how transformation is happening and making our lives better. That's the key of this particular video. I'm not promoting SAP, by the way, so let's not look at that. It's just that I like the video, I like the essence and the content. There's another one after this, but this is a little, so that just disclaimer that I don't work for SAP.
Nanjing, one of China's major cities. The former capital has a population of 8 million, growing fast. Already, traffic volume is immense. Together with SAP, the city of Nanjing developed a next-generation solution. This includes sensors in all taxis and buses, as well as RFID chips in travel cards, all communicating automatically with traffic cameras.
All the information is there, but they don't have the ability to leverage this kind of information to find out the pattern of the city traffic.
To make sense of the data, the SAP Innovation Center in Nanjing is using advanced analytical algorithms on the SAP HANA platform to provide a traffic performance index system. All information flows together in one huge digital map, the smarter Nanjing Center.
Total in our platform, the traffic platform, it processes over 100 million records per day.
This helps the city in its traffic planning process and allows for fast response to traffic congestions and prediction of patterns.
For example, if there's a bad football match or some kind of exhibitions, where people will come from, and when they leave, where will they go?
The analysis happens in a closed-loop process through smart learning functionality, which learns from prior patterns. All this to make commuting easier for the people of Nanjing.
We publish the result real time to a mobile application so the citizens can read the real-time data to plan their travel more smoothly.
To promote the use of public transport, the My Nanjing app also uses gamification features. Every time a commuter uses the metro or a city bike, he receives a credit. At almost every metro station, city bike stations help to make commuting more comfortable and attract people to use public transport instead of their car. Smart data technology from SAP to improve the lives of commuters, not only in China, but in megacities around the world.
Next one.
You out in a crowd and then track your every move. Japanese firm Hitachi's new imaging system locks on to at least 100 different characteristics of an individual, including gender, age, hairstyle, clothes, and mannerisms. Hitachi says it provides real-time tracking and monitoring of crowded areas.
Until now, we need lots of security guards and people to review security camera footage. We developed this AI software in the hopes it would help them do just that.
The system could help spot a suspicious individual or find a missing child, they can say. So an eyewitness could provide a limited description, with the AI software quickly scanning its database for a match.
In Japan, the demand for such technology is increasing because of the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And for us, we're developing it in a way so they can be utilized in many different places, such as train stations, stadiums, and even shopping malls.
High-speed tracking of individuals such as this will undoubtedly have its critics. But as Japan prepares to host the 2020 Olympics, Hitachi insists its system can contribute to public safety and security.
Next slide, please.
Artificial intelligence that can pick you out in a crowd and then track your every
Go to
move.
the next slide. Start it again.
Japanese firm Hitachi's new imaging system.
Okay. What do you see on this screen? Any ideas? Sorry. Yeah. Pardon? What do you see on the slide? What do you just a wild guess? Go ahead. Have you got
Robotic arms or a chef, you can say. Robotic chef.
Yeah, it's a kitchen where you can order the robot to build and to make food for you. It's already there. You can buy that. It's called Molly. Just I saw that. I thought we share that. So yeah, disruption is going to happen, but any innovation happened in our history, there were some collateral damage. So let's be ready for that. Let's go to the next slide. This is already there. In China, you have a police officer as a robot on the airport. The way, sir? You didn't catch me in the way. Yeah, go to the next slide. Okay, so what should we do? As Sir said and Dipender said, change is the need of hour. But few things, robots, artificial intelligence, deep learning will not be able to take from us. And if we stick to this, we will always be ahead than the game. Now, love and emotions. If my mother is stitching a sweater for me, do you think a robot will do that for me? If I don't, and that too using only for emotions, not for that I order the robot to build the cardigan. It will not happen anytime. Empathy, I don't think so. Creativity is something which is our forte as human beings. I am not sure whether robots would touch that component. Not yet. As of now, we are training them to learn, think like us, like cognitive intelligence, but not yet. Critical thought is something which is the power of a human being. Thinking critically in a discussion when you have a critical thought leader or somebody, that I don't think so robots or artificial intelligence could reach and touch us there. So we have few things in our pocket which and change. If we keep that in and of itself, I don't think so we have anything to fear in the future. Please go to the next slide, please. Okay, this is very simple, very self-explanatory. So just ride the train. Just don't get in front of it. There's no point. It'll wipe you away. Let's go to the next slide, please. So we build it. It's for us. So let us enjoy. Thank you.